Hey, what up guys? Moto Weasel here. Picture this, guys. You just spent thousands of dollars on your dream bike. It's new, it's clean, it's sitting in the garage looking perfect, and naturally the first thing you want to do is ride it hard. You want to hear it scream and enjoy every bit of the machine that you just paid for. But that's exactly where a lot of new motorcycle owners make their first big mistake, guys. It's not dropping a bike in a parking lot, it's not missing a shift, it's not even forgetting to clean it, treating a cold or brand new bike like it's already broken in. That impatience shows up in a few different ways, guys. Revving a cold engine, ignoring the break-in period, delaying the first service, and forgetting about the chain because it's new, so it must be fine, right? While one bad habit probably won't destroy your motorcycle overnight, repeating those habits over and over can lead to unnecessary wear, poor performance, and expensive repairs way earlier than needed. So guys, in this video, we're going to break down exactly how new riders accidentally damage their bikes, why the first few hundred miles matter so much, and simple habits that can help your motorcycle last longer, run stronger, and stay reliable for years. So a brand new motorcycle feels ready to go, right? The paint is perfect, the tires are fresh, the engine sounds tight, everything about it feels like it should be bulletproof right from the showroom floor. But mechanically, a new motorcycle still needs time, guys. Modern engines are built with incredible precision, but that doesn't mean every internal surface is fully settled the moment you take delivery. Inside that engine, parts like piston rings, cylinder walls, and bearings, gears, and clutch components are all beginning to wear into their final operating pattern. Guys, that process is normal. It's part of the break-in period. Think of it like a new pair of leather boots. You know, they may be high quality, but you're not gonna put them on and hike 20 miles right after you buy them. You gotta let them break in and get formed to your feet first. Guys, your motorcycle is the same way. The mistake many riders make is assuming new means fully broken in. They ride it hard too soon, rev it cold, delay the first service, or ignore the chain because they think nothing needs attention. That mindset is the real problem. It's not one single throttle twist, it's not one missed chain check, it's not the habit of treating a new machine like it has already gone through the settling in process. That's where unnecessary wear starts. The first way this impatience shows up is a cold start revving, guys. I see it all the time. You've probably seen it before. Someone starts their bike and within seconds they start blipping the throttle, vroom, vroom, vroom. It sounds cool, you know, it gets attention, but mechanically it's not doing the engine any favors. When a motorcycle sits for a while, a lot of the oil drains back down into the bottom of the engine. There is a thin film of oil on many surfaces, but the engine does not yet have full, warm oil circulation through every critical area. And when the oil is cold, it's thicker. It doesn't flow as easily as it does once the engine is up to temperature, so when you fire up a cold engine, the oil pump starts moving oil right away. But it still needs a little time, guys, to build proper flow and pressure throughout the engine. Now imagine snapping the throttle immediately after startup. You're asking cold parts to move quickly before the oil is even flowing at its best, and before the metal components have had time to warm and expand evenly. Will one cold rev destroy your engine? Probably not, but making it a habit every morning, that can contribute to accelerated wear over time. Cold start wear is real, guys. The goal is not to be paranoid. The goal is to avoid adding unnecessary stress during the moment when the engine is least ready for it. The better habit is simple, guys. You start the bike, let it idle briefly. While it's doing that, get your gloves on, check your mirrors, then ride away gently. You don't need to sit there idling for 10 minutes. In most cases, the best warm-up happens by riding gently for the first few minutes. You don't want any hard acceleration, no high RPMs, no aggressive throttle, just smooth inputs until the engine, oil, transmission, and tires all come up to temperature. That small change alone can make you a much better owner. The next mistake, guys, that I see is ignoring the break-in period. A lot of riders here break-in period and think it's outdated advice from old engines and carbureted bikes. But even modern motorcycles still have break-in recommendations for a reason. During the first few hundred miles, internal components are mating together. Piston rings are sitting, gears are wearing into their contact patterns, clutch components are bedding in. The entire machine is going through its first real heat cycles under load. That does not mean you need to baby the motorcycle so much that you never let it work, but it does mean you should avoid abusing it. The biggest mistake is riding at one extreme or the other. So riders go too hard too soon, they pin the throttle, bounce off high RPMs, and treat the bike like it's already done 10,000 miles. Other riders do the opposite. They ride at one consistent RPM for long periods, barely vary the throttle, and think they're protecting the engine. Neither approach is ideal. What most owners' manuals recommend is controlled variety. Vary the RPM, use smooth throttle, avoid constant high-speed cruising, avoid full throttle pulls, Avoid lugging the engine in too high of a gear. The goal is to let the engine experience normal, moderate load without shocking it. Would you feel comfortable going and jumping into an ice water bath? Nope. Your engine's the same way. So that means don't beat on it. Don't ride it like it's made of glass either, though. The owner's manual is the authority here, guys. Every bike is a little different, and the manufacturer will tell you what RPM range, mileage interval, and service schedule they want you to follow. But the general idea is the same for everybody. Give the motorcycle time to settle in before asking everything from it. The first service is one of the most important services your motorcycle will ever get, guys. Please, if you don't get anything else from this video, please take this. For many bikes, that happens around 600 miles. But again, always check your owner's manual because the exact number can vary. I know with my bike, it was 500 miles. That first service is not just a basic oil change. It's the point where the bike gets inspected after its first real miles during break-in. Tiny particles from normal wear can end up in the oil. The oil filter catches a lot, but the purpose of that early oil change is to get that initial break-in oil and debris out of the engine. Guys, that matters a lot. It gives the engine fresh oil after the most active wear in period. It also gives a technician, or you, if you're doing your own maintenance, a chance to check for loose fasteners, leaks, chain slack, cable adjustment, fluid levels, and anything else that may have shifted during the first few hundred miles. Skipping or delaying that service because you're excited to keep riding is a bad trade-off, guys. You bought the bike, you invested a lot of money in it, you want it to last. So don't treat the first service like an optional appointment. Get it done as closest to the recommended mileage as possible. Always keep the records, save your receipts, follow the maintenance schedule. That one service sets the tone for the rest of that bike's life. Now let's talk about the part a lot of new riders forget completely, the chain. I know that's something a lot of people don't think about until it's too late. The chain is definitely easy to overlook because it's not as exciting as the engine, but it is one of the most important parts of the motorcycle's drivetrain. It transfers power from the engine to the rear wheel. Every time you accelerate, shift, or roll on or off the throttle, the chain is working. Or in some cases, your bike can be belt driven. So chain, belt, either way, same. And on a new motorcycle, the chain can need attention sooner than people expect. A new chain may stretch slightly during the first few hundred miles as it settles in. That means chain slack could be checked regularly, especially early in ownership. Too loose and the chain can slap, jerk, wear unevenly, or damage surrounding parts. Too light and it can place unnecessary stress on the sprockets, chain, wheel bearings, and output shaft area. A tight chain is especially risky because suspension movement can make the chain even tighter as the swing arm moves through its travel. That extra tension has to go somewhere, and over time it can contribute to premature wear. Guys, the fix is simple. Use the owner's manual. Not a random number from the internet, not something that your uncle from 8 years ago told you. It feels about right. Your manual will tell you the correct chain slack, where to measure it, and whether the bike should be on the side stand, center stand, or under load. Then keep the chain clean and lubricated. Road grind, dust, oil lube, and moisture can all shorten chain life. Neglected chain wears faster, it gets noisy, damages sprockets, and can make the whole bike feel rough. Guys, this is not complicated maintenance. Every week or every few hundred miles, take 5 minutes of your time and just check it. Look at the slack, look for tight spots, look for rust, look for dry links. Look at the sprocket teeth. Clean and lube it when needed. That small habit can save you from replacing chains, sprockets, and drivetrain parts earlier than necessary. So before we get into the simple habits that prevent all of this, guys, do me a favor, can you hit that subscribe button if you want straightforward motorcycle maintenance tips without the overcomplication. The goal here is simple, to help you understand your bike better, avoid expensive mistakes, and become the kind of rider who knows how to make a machine last. So how do you avoid a mistake? Guys, the answer is mechanical empathy. That just means understanding that your motorcycle is not a magic box. It's a machine made of metal, oil, rubber, bearings, seals, and moving parts. It performs best when you give it what it needs. A little TLC. That does not mean you have to obsess over every single little sound you hear. It doesn't mean you have to be afraid to ride it. And guys, it definitely does not mean you can't enjoy the bike. Hell, that's what they're there for. It means you build a few simple habits that protect the machine while still letting you enjoy it. Here are my 3 habits that matter the most. Habit 1, start patiently and ride gently at first. When the bike is cold, start it and let it idle briefly. You don't need a long warm-up. You just want to give the oil a moment to start circulating properly. Use that time to put on your gloves, zip up your jacket, check your mirrors, and get settled. For the first few minutes, keep the RPM reasonable. Use smooth throttle control, avoid hard acceleration. Let the engine, transmission, tires, and fluids come to operating temperatures gradually. Don't try to force it. This is one of the easiest habits to build, guys. Again, start it, let it settle, ride gently, then enjoy it once it's warm. That's it. Habit 2. Guys, this next habit is simple. Follow the break-in instructions in your owner's manual. Guys, not because the manufacturer's trying to run your fun. I promise they're not. They're there to make money. And they can't make money and sell you bikes if every bike you buy from them keeps breaking. They want you to get the best first few hundred miles that you can out of your bike, because those first few hundred miles matter. Vary your RPM, guys. Avoid full throttle pulls. Avoid lugging the engine. Avoid strong stretches at one constant speed. Let the bike experience controlled moderate use. Then get the first service done on schedule. Don't wait another 200 or 300, 500 miles before you decide to do it. If you know that your service is coming up soon, and the dealership that you go to gets busy, go ahead and call and make an appointment ahead of time, so that way you can get in about the time that you need to get in for your service. That early oil change and inspection are there for a reason, guys. Again, it clears out the initial break-in oil, it checks the bike after its first real use, and gives you a clean starting point for long-term ownership. Do not skip it. Do not push it away past the recommended mileage. Do not assume new means maintenance-free, because it doesn't. A new bike still needs care. The third habit, guys, the third habit is the 5-minute chain routine. I know we talked about this, but listen up. Once a week or every few hundred miles, just check your chain. You're looking for 3 things, guys. You're looking for slack, you're looking for cleanness, and lubrication. First, check the slack according to the manual. Then look at the condition of the chain. If it's dry, dirty, rusty, or gritty, clean it with a proper chain cleaner and a rag. After that, apply chain lube to the inside and run the chain. That way, as the chain moves, the lubricant works outward into the rollers instead of just sitting on the outside. Then let it sit before you ride if possible. This small routine can dramatically extend the life of the chain and sprockets. It also makes the bike feel smoother and helps prevent avoidable drivetrain wear. Guys, the best part? It takes less time than scrolling your phone for 5 minutes. True story. Here's the important thing. Most motorcycle damage does not come from one dramatic moment. It usually comes from repeated small mistakes. Cold revving once probably wouldn't run the bike. Going a little past a chain check once probably won't destroy the drivetrain. Riding a little harder than recommended one time during break-in probably won't end the engine. But guys, when those habits repeat over months and years, they add up. That's the difference between a bike that feels strong at 50,000 miles and one that feels tired much earlier than it should. Good ownership is not about being obsessive. It's about being consistent. You don't need to be a master mechanic. You just need to understand what the bike needs and give it basic respect. Warm it up properly. Break it in properly. Service it on time. Take care of the chain. Listen when something feels different. Those habits separate riders who just own motorcycles from riders who actually understand them. So guys, do me a favor, can you drop a comment below and be honest. Have you ever revved a cold engine? Did you stretch the first service a little too far? Have you ignored your chain longer than you should have, or your belt? No judgment, because I know I have. I'm guilty of it myself. Most of us have done at least one of these. Nobody different. So guys, in conclusion, a new motorcycle is an incredible thing. It represents freedom, obviously, definitely excitement, and a serious investment. But that one mistake that runs new motorcycles is treating them like they don't need time, care, or attention. That mistake is impatience. Impatience during cold starts, impatience during break-in, impatience with the first service, and impatience with basic chain maintenance, belt maintenance. The fix is mechanical empathy, guys. Let the bike warm up gently, follow the break-in guidance, get the first service done on schedule, check and maintain the chain or belt. None of this is difficult, guys. It's not rocket science. None of it takes much time, but over the life of the motorcycle, these habits can make a huge difference. Your bike was built to give you years of riding, freedom, and enjoyment. Take care of it early, and it will take care of you later. I can promise you that. Guys, ride safe, ride smart, and take care of your machines.